Day 6 of Advent of Code 2025. For this day, we have input that looks like this. It's a set of columns with an operation at the bottom here. So for part 1, they want us to do the operation on the numbers in each column. So each column is independent. And so, for example, for the first column, they want us to multiply 123 and 45 and 6. And then for the second one, they want us to add 328, 64, 98, and then so on for each column, and then add up all the results. And that's that should be the answer for part 1. So let's look at the input file that we're given. So it's got, I think, 1,000 columns of data with, either multiplication or addition for each of them. And so this is a list of strings here. I've imported the data here. And then I've written a function here that just does the math for us. So depending on what the operation is, we're going to either do a math.prod or a sum of the numbers. And then here I actually split each row so that the result is a matrix or just a 2D data set, basically. And yeah, we've got 1,000 columns, and the first column is 6187, 635, 552, and that is consistent with what we have up here, right? 6 and then 187, and then 635, and that's it. Yeah, so I'm just printing this out to make it easier to see what's going on. So to actually do these operations, we're going to look at each column and do the operation and then add everything up. So in Python, that looks like this. So I could do for I in range num calls. And let's create a variable to keep track of the total sum. Part 1 equals 0. So we're just going to add to part 1. We're going to do, let's see what we're going to do math, where the numbers are, numbers are the matrix. Well, let's see, it's xi for x in matrix, everything except the last row. And then the operation is the last row of the matrix at column I, and that's, I think, everything we need for part 1. So yeah, that's it for part 1. Okay, for part 2, I'm going to print out the lines again, just so we can see what's going on. And here they want us to look at the numbers vertically. So it's going to be 165 times 835 times 6752, and so on. So yeah, vertically from the top down, I guess, which is kind of weird, but that's the problem. So let's write some code to solve that. I'm going to create a part 2 variable, set that to 0, and then I'm going to create a list. I'm going to call it stack, that keeps track of the the numbers that we need to multiply or add. And then you'll notice that the plus or times symbol here is always in the first position here, right? So if we iterate from right to left, then when we hit the operation, then we'll know when we need to multiply or add. So let me show you that in code here. So for I in range length of lines 0, let's do, -1 up to the beginning. So we need -1 there. We're going to, first collect the digits, I guess. So digits equals xi, for x in lines, right? And then if they're all space here, then we're just going to ignore that. So if all C equals space for C in digits, then we're going to continue. Now, let's see. Now we got to add the digits to the stack. So stack dot append. Going to join these characters, right? Dot join digits, and we're going to ignore the last character because that's either white space or the operation, right? And then if digits -1, if the last one is either plus or times, then we've collected all the numbers and we can do the math, right? So we can do part 2 plus equals, do math of stack and digits -1, and then we can reset the stack so that we're ready for the next column of data, basically. And so that should do it for part 2. Yep. So it's a little strange, and this may take a minute to for you to be able to understand what's going on here. But yeah, this solves the problem. There may be other ways of doing it, but I think this works relatively well here. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. We're halfway done here. We've done 6 of 12, so I look forward to doing the rest.